we will be having our board president share a little bit about Isuroon and the history of Isuroon and the board's involvement with Isuroon. So if you can please welcome Mary Turner.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for coming for this glorious celebration of Isuroon. It is over. I just asked Fartun how old she is, and I think it's like this is at least over a decade old. My name is Mary C. Turner. I am, in my other life, I'm president of Minnesota Nurses Association, but more importantly, I'm an intensive care nurse in a medical ICU at North Memorial in Robbinsdale. In fact, I just got off a 3-night stretch. So my eyes are barely open. There you are. Okay. How did I get involved in Isuroon? It was actually the legislative session of 2018 when they had a bill up at the Hill that was, it was a reproductive bill that would have basically allowed doctors, or it would allowed, how should I say this? It would allow you to have say your 8-year-old little girl goes into your doctor to get their ears checked. And they would have been able to do a reproductive assessment at that time, looking for FMC, female genital cutting. And if that would have been able to take place, then this would have been without the parents' consent. This was what was going to go on in this bill. And what could have eventually happened is potentially children being taken away from their parents, having a reason to allow the police to come into your homes, the Somalian homes. And I found, and I got on board, and I met Fartun through actually Attorney General Keith Ellison. He put us together. So thank you, Keith Ellison. Because this is where my 10 years of being at the Capitol really paid off. Because what I did was to partner with Fartun and go up to the Hill because I kind of know everybody up there now, and partnered with her to give my viewpoint as a nurse as to how abhorrent this kind of legislation would have been. Not only is it unnecessary because there's already laws, but this was a deliberate attempt to infiltrate Somalian families and to cause chaos, but more importantly, to cause irreparable harm to the children. And so it was pretty easy for me to go up to the Hill and to defend and to defeat this bill. And we defeated it in a big way. So, and that's where I see my role as is not only using my influence up there as a nurse and as the president of Minnesota Nurses Association, but it's also a give and take learning. I mean, I didn't really know anything about the Somalian. I'd never had your wonderful tea. I had never had your food. And here's a custom that I really, really enjoyed, is the fact that I've had knee surgeries, 2 knee surgeries. I've had detached retina recently and all that. Who do you think was the first one to my door with trays and trays of food? Fartun Wiley and Nemo. And yeah. Okay? In my culture, the Norwegian Caucasian culture, you get, oh, hi, and get well soon on Facebook. That's what you get, okay? So the fact that that concept alone of being there when people need you the most, that kind of sums up what Isuroon is all about. It's a community-based organization that takes the values of the Somalian community and applies it to the community. And just that, my example of what every day whenever I do go there, the whole lobby is full of women kicking back, having tea, getting their nails done. I don't know what they do there, but they look like they're having a good time. The place is always busy. Food shelves, they're always doing food, and now we're doing more and more outreach in the schools, and I am extremely proud. Now, this is where working night shift, I'm going to ramble, but I'm going to try to cut it short here. All I can say is that I am very, very proud. I'm very proud of how I'm getting to know the Somalian community and how, and I'm as far away from that community as you get, you know what I mean? I'm northern Minnesota, Norwegian, French, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter because we're all in it together to serve the people of Minnesota. And we're all citizens of Minnesota, and we all deserve the best health care and the best conditions for living. And as a nurse, that is near and dear to my heart. That's what I work for every day, and so this is a perfect fit for me.